I wanna contemplate on purpose for a while. And my idea is to divide it up into long-term purpose and a short-term purpose. It's kind of this deep purpose and light purpose. And just from a survival standpoint, our short-term, our shallow purpose is to stay alive, to drink water, to eat food, to stay healthy, to do things in the moment. But then there's this thing, the bigger thing, the bigger picture, and the long-term purpose. And I guess this is what most people talk about. And I can straightly think of one issue because it's only your mind that is capable of coming up with a future. And your long-time purpose is what you decide in the moment, and you keep deciding the same thing. So I just went to the shower and I started to think of this really simple test. How you can test if something is really your long time purpose, your big picture purpose. And it's by stopping to do the thing you think is your purpose. What this will do is that when you're absent from something, and this works in relationships, it works in workplaces, it works in every area. When you get absent from that thing, you actually start to see it objectively. And that's when you kind of know if it is for you or not. Because if you naturally go back to that, it's clear. And I think we should let things be natural. These forceful ideas of creating habits and creating this future for you, and it feels artificial. I don't know how you think, but for me it feels artificial if you try to force life in some direction, because those things that are meant for us will come effortlessly. That's what I believe. And if we just keep on struggling to get to some purpose we think is what we need to do, isn't that actually wasting your life in that moment? And then we can think about, okay, how much are you willing to sacrifice for that thing you think that you actually want to live for, your purpose? And is the end goal gonna be what you thought of it? And this is something I've also been thinking about, because let's say you want to make a lot of money and you sacrifice your health and your relationships and your hobbies, and you kind of give up all this because you want a lot of money. Then you got a lot of money suddenly, but you realize that you don't have all these other things. Did you really want the money in that moment? I guess I wouldn't want it that way. And this has to do with abundance. I think if you have a family, if you have a community, if you have hobbies, if you have all these things and you actually enjoy doing them in the moment, you are more abundant than a lot of rich people who's done the thing the way I explained it earlier, just sacrificing. And I think that's the old school way. You have to sacrifice to succeed. But do you really? And this is what brings me back to these videos. I don't know why, but every time I decide that, okay, I'm not gonna do that anymore, it's like, whatever, I don't need to shoot a video, and I let go of it. Then suddenly, I'm like, yo, I wanna do a video. I have this idea. Okay, I'm just gonna go and create this video. And that's such a clear sign for me. And I don't know if it's the creation itself that I understand my own thoughts and mind by being vulnerable and communicating on camera, or is it the hope that someone else will see it and gain some insights and free themselves a little bit on the inside? Because that's my ultimate goal, because I know what it feels like when I feel free inside and I keep dropping and I climb up and I drop and I climb up. And I guess it's also there for a reason, because how the hell can I teach someone to kind of gain that freedom if I don't have a lot of experience of going back and forth? So it's such a crazy thing, this life, and it's so easy to get caught up in the negative. And as I've said in the previous few videos, I've been going through a lot of deep stuff, and it came on in the most unexpected ways, because I had this great momentum going on, and then suddenly everything flips. But I still feel a sense of purpose while doing this, even if it sometimes feels like this is totally pointless and totally useless, and I'm just talking something that comes to mind. Why would this benefit anyone? But then on the other hand, I realized that I think social media and the internet needs more authentic human behavior, because all these scripted and acted and even animated videos, it's great entertainment, but is it really relatable? I don't know. The more I kind of develop myself, the less I want to watch something that is just information, because I care a lot more about the experience. That's the wisdom. And there's so much information you can create with AI. You can do all kinds of stuff and just kind of be the producer. And it could be lucrative, but I still don't feel like I want to do that, because I'm trying to learn to guide with my kind of purpose and how it actually feels. Because on a mental level, it's so easy to be like, yeah, of course, you need to make money, you need to do this, you need to be successful. But is that success to me? I don't know. On one hand, it's like, yeah, that would be nice, and it would definitely be nice to get out of debt. But what would life be if it was easy? That would become boring, right? So, in the midst of everything, and especially if you're going through something, sit with it and ask yourself, what can I learn from this? And actually, my partner, my girlfriend, asked me this question today. She was like, yeah, I see you struggle, but what's the lesson? What can you learn from this? And these ideas they keep coming. And it's wonderful because it's when you go down, you fall down, and then suddenly you start to climb again. And I think that's everything goes in seasons. And even if you find your ultimate purpose, if you never take time off that thing, you will never know how much you actually love it because you have it all the time. And this comes to mind a story like with my son when he says that he misses someone, or he misses mom, or he misses dad. And I'm like, but think of it as a good thing, because when you miss someone, it means they are really important to you, they're valuable to you. So take that as a sign that you actually have something important to you in your life. So it's a good thing. And then you're really happy when you see them again. But if you never miss anything, you don't know the whole story. And this is why, if you truly want to find your purpose, you have to be willing to let go of the thing and then see how you feel and what comes up when you kind of get absent from that. Because sometimes we live in this illusion that we need to do something or we need to live a certain way until we step out of it and we realize that, wow, there's a totally different world here. So this video is totally spontaneous. It's like 10 o'clock in the evening and this is raw, but I realized that when I step out and when I don't create videos or have a place to share my thoughts and insights and then a place to learn about myself also, I start missing it. And that's a good sign. So whatever it is, whatever you think you need to do and you want to do, just step out of it for a minute. Take a few weeks off. Don't do it for 6 months. See if you naturally want to go and do that. Otherwise, it might be smart to test out some new things because you're gonna find out. And now it's gonna be enough from this raw talk. I hope to see you in another video. My name is Mitz, your future purpose, helping you find more fulfillment, joy, peace, purpose, passion in life. See you.